Last season, when the Lions were pulling out all the stops to beat this Packers team for absolutely no reason, we seen that the culture was changing, but we still wondered if the Lions could be a force in the NFL. And through 3 weeks of football, it's really starting to look like the Lions are the NFL's most improved team. In last season, if you remember, this team started 1-6, but finished 8-2 down the stretch. But it's more than that. It's more than them beating Kansas City on opening night in Arrowhead. It's more than them starting this season 2-1, which could very well be 3-0. Young talent is what the Lions are banking on, and so far these young bucks are coming through. Knowing how physical Dan Campbell is, we all knew it would be trouble when the Lions drafted Jamir Gibbs. And with David Montgomery going down, these Lion fans are getting exactly what they bargained for. So far, Gibbs has 31 carries for 139 yards, averaging out at about 4.5 yards per carry. But this past Sunday, he has 17 carries for 80 yards, and since he'll be getting a bulk of the workload now, that magical 100-yard game will happen sooner than you think. The other thing we know is Jared Goff's best friend is play action, and giving him fresh legs in the backfield definitely won't hurt the cause. I hate to play the what-if game, but one of my favorite runs from Gibbs so far is this one against the Chiefs. It's a great play call to motion St. Brown out so you create this one-on-one with the running back in the corner. And it showcases the vision as Gibbs is about to break this outside for an easy walk-in touchdown. But instead he slips and the magical play call goes to waste. But enough of potential, let's look at what he actually does with the ball in his hands. Gibbs is a shifty, elusive back who gets in and out of his breaks quick. He can mix in power from time to time, but he mainly wants to out-finesse you. On this run is nothing major, but he was contacted 3 times and he still finished his run upright. This Lions offense is off to another strong start as they scored 20 or more points in 12 straight games. And the Lions come in 11th in the NFL in most rushing yards per game with 111. And I mean, plays like this from Gibbs sure do help the average. But I didn't say this running game was off to another strong start. I said the entire offense was. So now building off the run game, I want to go into Goff's play action abilities, plus his dangerous weapons on the outside. This here is a great example. This is an easy pitch and catch from Goff to St. Brown, but the question is why? Well, remember that physical run game I was talking about? Well, if you do that enough, you start to suck these linebackers down since they're trying to make plays on the ball, which in return gets them out of their zone coverage and creates this easy opening. The Lions offensively are one of the best put together units in the league. You have Goff coming off his best season where he finished with 4,338 yards and 29 touchdowns, while St. Brown added on his best season as a pro with 106 receptions for 1,161 yards and 6 touchdowns. Not to mention this new stud Laporta, who has quickly become one of Goff's favorite targets, as he recently became the first NFL tight end to catch at least 5 passes in each of his first 3 games. Yeah, they're a force. And a play action pass is how Laporta caught the first touchdown of his career. But this has less to do with the play action as much as it's just a great route from Laporta. Off the play action, you can see all the traffic is flowing to the left. But at the top of this route, Laporta takes a hard plant inside and loses this safety for a walk-in touchdown. So, offensively, they haven't missed a beat. But the offense wasn't what was holding this Lions team back. It was the defense. And through 3 weeks of football, there doesn't seem to be a hungrier defense in the NFL. This past Sunday, this unit didn't allow a touchdown, and they only gave up 103 yards and finished with 7 sacks. It was a dominant performance from start to finish, and with CJ going down, the emergence of Brian Branch is something this defense desperately needed. In just 3 games, you could argue Branch has been the team's most valuable player in both of Detroit's wins. What makes Branch so special is his versatility. You can line him up anywhere in the secondary and he'll get the job done. One of my favorite plays made by him is here on this bubble screen at Kyle Pitts. You can see him shoot the gap as soon as he notices the play, and he stops it for a huge loss. But he's also able to sniff out a run play and crash down off the edge and tackle Bijan Robinson, which isn't an easy thing to do. But that's twice that we've seen him come down and make a play. But on this one, it's just right place, right time, as he's able to intercept Patrick Mahomes and take it in for a 50-yard pick six. Sunday, he led the team in total tackles with 11, He had 3 more tackles for loss and 2 pass breakups. And even though this wasn't specifically him, this D-line can thank the secondary for this sack. Here the Falcons run 2 deep routes trying to create a big play, but it doesn't work since Detroit dropped 6 back in coverage. And it's only a matter of time until that tenacious D-line gets back to you. 7 sacks is no gimmick. This D-line was applying pressure on Desmond Ridder all day long. Aiden Hutchinson got his first 2 sacks of the season. Watch Hutchinson attack this guard with power, and as soon as the guard responds with power, he uses speed. I mean, the kid's out here playing chess, not checkers. This defense is young, fast, physical, and they're out for blood. And being a complementary football team is one of the key ingredients of success. But earlier when I was talking about this offense, I don't want to shortchange Jared Goff like play action is the only way he can be successful. This offense can beat you in a plethora of ways, like a good old-fashioned drop back throwing the out route from the hashes on a rope, or manipulating man coverage and having DBs running into each other creating easy completion, or moving your all-pro receiver to the backfield creating a favorable matchup with the linebacker. I mean, this offense has it all, and here are why you see Big Laporta rocking at 87, and the Lions use him on this slant route pretty similar to another 87. So far so good for this Lions team as they're sitting at 2-1. And with Aaron leaving Green Bay, the Lions have their sights set out on that NFC North title. Thursday they face the Packers and somebody will leave that game 2-2. The Lions want to make it 2 straight over Green Bay and start to establish some dominance out north. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check this video out as well, which is all about the expectations I have for this Lions team before the season started. Peace.